Hi everyone. I just thought I'd come on and give a bit of an update as to my separation pain, which continues and continues and continues. And one of the things that surprises me, I think, is that, after nearly 2.5 years, I can still reach the lowest of the lows. And he does that to me every single time. It's usually brought about by some form of communication, and it's Tuesday morning now, and this happened on Sunday night. I got a text message from him which basically asked for our marriage certificate as he was filing for divorce. And what sort of really gets up my nose, I suppose, is the fact that there's no "hi, how you doing?" or no friendliness, no nothing. It's just so unemotional, cold. He's even changed his name to the ex-husband. And I don't know. It I don't know. I mean, he does say, could you please remit such copy in PDF format as soon as you are able. I will send you a copy of the PDF application for your perusal. So I basically told him no. Well, I didn't really. I said I would, but when I felt as though I was able to do it. And so then it was suit yourself. Thought you were in a hurry. He forgot that the last time we had communication about this, which was a few months back now, he said, basically go jump for the divorce then, because unless you pay half, I'm not going to do it. So he changes his mind and he forgets what he forgets what he says. But anyway, it started a bit of a tirade. Look, I'm equally to blame. I'm not saying I didn't encourage some of this. I could have taken the high moral ground and literally just not responded to anything, but I didn't, because I can't. Where there's any kind of injustice, I just can't. I have to say something, and it's not always pretty, but it's not as bad as what he says to me. Oh my gosh, I was told to F off, I was told I was a bitch, I was all sorts of things, and I don't do that. All I do is just point out some things that he just doesn't get or realize or anything. He hated that about me because I was always right, and I don't argue unless I am right. Well, unless I think I'm right. But where there's doubt in me as to where what is right and wrong, I don't enter at all. And I think with this, I'm just so sick and tired of being blamed and being made out as though it's the whole thing was totally my fault. Apparently I kicked him out. Yeah, well, I did. I asked him to leave, and but it was his choice. I left the door open for counselling, for you know, all sorts of things. I was prepared to work with him, and I had no idea that he just would literally walk out the door and never look back, or look back with such rose-coloured, well, they're not rose-coloured glasses, they're actually grey-coloured glasses that, you know, put everything on me. And I'm just tired of it. I'm just so tired of it. And, you know, but anyway, in the end, I just basically said to him, well, you got what you wanted. You got a woman who's prepared to look after you financially, and, you know, you don't have to worry about your retirement years. You got exactly what you wanted, and she got exactly what she wanted, which was a bed partner. Because I'm not sure whether I've said this or not in the past, but, you know, I was helping her through a divorce, or through a, you know, some significant marriage issues. And you know, I was listening to her, I was counselling her, and, you know, she told me stuff I can't get my head around even now. I know the kind of person that she is, and so I had no hesitation in saying she just wanted a bed partner. You know, and then I started receiving nasty text messages from her, which were that I was two-faced, that so many people told her I was two-faced, and she didn't believe them at first, but now she does. Two-faced? What have I got to be two-faced about? So I couldn't resist, and so yesterday I just listed all the things that, you know, she said on the one hand and did totally differently. You know, she lied, she even strung her husband along when people were saying that, you know, that my husband had left for her, and she spun a story and he believed her. So I was being threatened, I was being threatened for ruining her reputation and all sorts of things. I've been threatened so many times with legal action, or, you know, that he's going to destroy my career. You know, why do people get so low and, you know, stoop to those kind of threats? But anyway, in the 33 years that I knew my husband, he didn't swear. He detested swearing. If I ever swore, you know, he'd pull me up on it. Yet he's quite happy to tell me to F off, and I turned my phone off eventually on Sunday night, but, you know, of the damage had been done. Like I said, that I sort of entered into freely and willingly. I suppose really when I stop and think about it, I don't think I want to give up. I don't think I want to give up trying to get what I need, which is closure. I need for him to say, yeah, I did this. But he says nothing. He puts everything on me. He says, I left the marriage, I did this, I did that. And how can you see yourself so differently to someone else? How can you, you know, I wouldn't say I pride myself on being self-aware, but I am very self-aware. I know my faults. I know I can be a bitch sometimes. I think we all can. But I'm not afraid to admit that. I've never been afraid to admit that. I'm not perfect. I never was. I never claimed to be. But you know what? He does. He, in all the years I've known him, he never, ever, ever once said he was sorry or that he was to blame for anything, or, you know, I supported him. And you've got no idea what I supported him through. No idea. I was a fool, an absolute fool. But that's what you do when you love someone. Pure and simple. In my eyes, that's what you do. You stick by your partner through thick and thin, and we had a lot of thin times, I can assure you. But our love never changed. It somehow strengthened it, but when I look back now, I can see that the damage that was inside him was something I couldn't change, I couldn't fix, I couldn't even comfort that. You know, he needed a new start, and I can see that now. That new start couldn't have come with me because I was a reminder of all the big stuff-ups that he'd made in his life. And, you know, he threw at me that, you know, he stuck by me through 2 breakdowns. I'm like, what? 2? Yeah, I did have one. It was work-related and it was pretty bad. But he was fantastic, and, you know, I'm appreciative. How dare he? You know, like, as if I could help that. As if I could help that. Oh, gosh. It just never ends. It just never ends. So, I'm good now. You know, I'm gonna keep busy and get out, and, you know, I've wrapped myself up in a little ball yesterday, and, you know, I've done my crying, I've done what I've needed to do, and yeah, I'll get on with it yet again until the next time. And there will be a next time. I know. So thanks for listening, and hopefully, you know, yeah, it's not an easy road. I didn't think it ever would be, but I didn't think it would be this bad. Nobody kind of told me that, and I'm not looking forward to the years ahead. So yeah.